Was it that funny?
Who said I like you? So we finally got around to filming this. I don't know how long I've been saying I want us to do a long talking to camera about our marriage.
It's been weeks, hasn't it?
Weeks. It's been months because
Okay.
I had the idea around our anniversary, before our anniversary. We were supposed to film it for our anniversary. I had it down as an
That's right.
anniversary video,
Yeah.
which was in April, and now it's mid-June, and we're filming it.
We got there.
Yeah, we got there, but it's pretty much like the story of our life. I think. I feel like, you know,
But it's like our life. We got there.
we got there. We got
Took
where?
20 years.
Where did we get? The question is, where did we get? Okay, that's
We got to where we are
that
now.
that will be. We can ask ourselves that at the end of this. Where did we actually get? Okay. So yeah, we've been married for 20 years now,
Yep.
and
Alhamdulillah.
it hasn't been without its challenges, has it?
Oh gosh, no.
No, and we're not shy in saying that our marriage has been at death's door many times, but somehow, for some reason, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we make it through, and we've just reached our 20-year anniversary. And I would say, from me, my personal feelings and opinion is we are stronger now, mashallah, than we have ever been in our marriage.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Our closeness, our bond, how much we know each other, which for me is a real, like, I feel like it's a real celebration, because we've just been through probably the hardest year. I've been through the hardest year of my life with post my surgery. So if you don't know, I've just coming out of 8 months post a total hysterectomy, endometriosis excision, bowel resection. So I had to have a piece of my bowel taken away. I had to have my belly button taken away and reconstructed. And that was because of over 15 years of being dismissed with deep infiltrating endometriosis that had gone from my belly button right through to my bowel, and severe adenomyosis, which resulted in surgery last year. And I've got to say, this one has been my absolute rock. You know that.
That's what we both do, though.
No, but you know that I wouldn't have made it through this last year without the way you've had my back. I'm going to get emotional about it.
But I know you would do exactly the same for me, and you have, because recently, myself, I'm a chronic pain sufferer anyway, and suffer with fibromyalgia, but recently was diagnosed with heart failure, which was a bit of a shocker for me, but this one has come through for me also. So I know deep down that even from the beginning of our marriage, I knew that the bond between us was amazing. But I didn't think it would be as good as it's getting as we get older. We seem to have this connection now that we didn't have in the very beginning. Do you think? Yeah, no, I definitely think, and it's surprising. So, well, anyway, we've got a list of questions. I don't know if we're going to stick to the notes, because they're just my notes, and you don't like notes. I don't like notes.
But you know, we'll try. You can just wing it if you want to. But let's think about the early days of our marriage. Like the early days, we had a lot to contend with.
We had some major issues.
It was our second marriages. My husband was a revert. So obviously we had quite a bit of opposition to
Lots
our marriage.
Lots of family issues.
And then obviously we had a blended family, so blending the kids and everything else. There was a lot of obstacles, wasn't there? And I know I didn't. Now, in hindsight, I can say I probably didn't always handle those obstacles in the best way.
Yeah,
I mean, I did my best, but what?
Yeah.
How do you think I handled our obstacles? Then that's a question. That's not even on the list.
You were far more. What's the word I'm looking for? You were far more structured than I was.
Structured.
Yeah, you had more of an idea, because I was being hit from all sides because I was a revert. My family wasn't happy about it. Your family wasn't happy about it. So I had lots of things to contend with on that side of it. I know you had to contend with them as well, but they were mainly aimed at me.
No, I don't know.
No,
I don't know about that.
you took a lot of stick for it, but in my heart, I felt you were taking that stick because of me.
Yeah, true. But okay, but how did we did? And I think we handled it quite well in the beginning.
In the very beginning,
how I feel we handled it is we stuck together and we put each other first. Sometimes I failed in
that's
that.
the only way.
I know a couple of times, obviously, in my mind that I could have done better, but we put each other and our unit first, and that always didn't go down well with external family or friends or whatever. But it was the only way that we could do it, because we had so many different aspects of our life to contend with. So we put our unit first, and I think that is a lesson. Like, you should put your unit first.
Put your unit first, because you struggled with that.
Yeah, and then I did struggle. I did struggle with that. You know, Pakistani woman, South Asian family. We have our culture, we have our family ways, and it's not always about putting your husband and your children first. So I did struggle with that, and there were probably times that I didn't do it, and to our detriment. And then it gave me this complete pressure of trying to be everywhere, do everything, satisfy everybody, please everybody.
Yeah.
Like I am a recovering people pleaser, and in those days I really did let it totally consume me, where you're just trying to be everything for everyone, do everything for everyone, and not upset anyone. I mean, I didn't succeed in that. I was a Pakistani woman who divorced, remarried a white man, you know. I'm now online. So I was always going to do things out of the box.
Went out of the box.
Yeah.
Jumped right out of it.
Never managed to make it back in again.
But here we are.
Right, yes. Okay, so I think you should choose me a question now.
Okay. When things were under pressure, what do you think kept us together?
Well, like I said, many times that we almost broke.
But what do you think actually kept us together? I know what my answer is to that.
Well, obviously we love each other deeply. And it was just staying committed to that decision, that choice, knowing you chose that person for a reason. You're with that person for your reasons, and being able to see past the troubles, because we've had a lot of troubles. We've had sickness, illness, like chronic. Like, my husband hasn't been able to work for a lot of our marriage. Not a lot of people know that. And so there's been immense amount of pressure on me as the wife to be the breadwinner, to be the wife, mother, everything. Like, there's a lot of things to carry, a lot of balls to juggle. And for me, there were many times like I wanted to walk away. I'm not gonna lie.
No, you did.
It was hard, but I didn't. Something kept me there, and now when we've come through all of that, and we're here, and I see how he have supported me over the last, like, over a year through my really hard health time. Like, it just feels like I definitely did the right thing, because when I know you're my person.
But for me, the love and commitment that I had towards you very early on, there was no way I was going to let that go. I know we came close many a time, but the commitment I had to you, nobody, no family, no friends were ever going to break that, ever. And as it's gone on and on and on and on, I've watched my pain has started early on in our marriage to break me down, which early on I didn't pull my weight. I'll own up to that. I didn't.
No.
I still thought you were the one, you were going to carry us, but as the years went on, my pain wasn't going anywhere. So I thought, I can't let her keep carrying this. This is not right. And we decided that we were going to swap roles. You were going to be the breadwinner and I was going to be the house husband, which, believe me, that wasn't the easy switch.
Yeah,
and I take my hat off to any woman being an housewife, but if they're working also on top of that, I'll take my hat off again, because over the last 2 years, where I've taken full control of the house, washing, cooking, it's not easy. I'm not going to lie. It's really not easy.
Ladies,
And
if we listen,
when I watch
it's not easy.
this one,
Sorry.
what she's gone through and still carries on going, that's why I say for us is the growth that we've had over the years. We've learnt a lot about each other. I was a bit slower on the uptake on that one. Again, I don't mind admitting that. Don't laugh. But I wish I could go back 10 years and switch this around, where I wasn't in pain and I could have carried on going my landscaping business that I was in.
Yeah, but
But I knew that was impossible.
you can't go back and change your pain, because your pain is your pain. But do you think you could have handled our situation and like your health in a different way?
I should have, not could have. I should have.
Yeah.
But in the very beginning,
It just
I was a
consumed
typical
you.
male. I'm
But
sorry.
it also consumed
yeah,
you.
it did.
You like. I think women deal with pain and health conditions very differently. You know, I talk about this a lot. We have no choice a lot of the time, because society normalizes our pain, which is the whole reason why I've just, coming out the other side of my health journey. Well, there you go. For example, so an exact example is you were dealing with your health conditions, chronic pain, health condition, rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, slip discs, and it consumed you. You weren't able to work. You weren't able to provide. You kind of stepped back a lot from life's responsibilities and let me carry more than I load. Can I? Is that the truth? Yeah. So obviously, I was also going through chronic pain, health conditions, a heart condition, albeit undiagnosed at the time because I was being dismissed so much. But I didn't, and this is something we've both had to come to terms with, I didn't get the luxury of being able to let it consume me and step back. I had to be the one to step up to the roles of being a breadwinner, running the house, running the life, being the doer, being the organizer. That's how I've said I'm the one. What have I always said? I'm the one who gets done. Literally, that's what our marriage has been like. And I think it's only been in the last couple of years you've really seen how heavy that's been for me to carry. And I think that has been a bit of a wake-up call for you, because obviously my health conditions just came to a head, and I kept having collapses and now major surgery, and I think that really made you realise.
So kicked up the backside I should have had 10 years ago.
So if we were to ask, like, I will ask you, and then I can answer for myself, or you can ask me, what would you then change now, having lived that? If you could go back and change, what would you change?
If I could change it, well, obviously I can't change the pain I was in, but change the way that I dealt with it. I wouldn't use the excuse, I'm in pain, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I'm in pain, I can't do that. I would go, if I could go back, I would start the role that I've taken on in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'd most probably be in an even better place than we are now.
Yeah.
If I did that.
But I mean, hindsight's
But
a wonderful
hindsight
thing.
is an amazing thing.
And if I could go back and change things, I wouldn't have overgiven myself, not just to you, just in life, to family, to just overgiven I know I've overgiven and my health has suffered for it, and is literally the reason behind why I do what I do in my work, where I try and get women to invest in themselves, prioritize their wellness, because I know what can happen when you don't. So,
I just hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives me the time in this dunya
inshallah.
to pay back everything that you've given me.
Inshallah.
And I hope I've made the start of that, because watching you in that hospital bed, that was something scary.
Yeah, we don't want to go there.
Don't want to go back there again, but for me that was something I don't want to see.
Right, let's find another question. When were you most proud of us as a couple?
Oh gosh, when was I most proud? I'm always proud of us as a couple, but one that really stands out, when would I say this? Can you help me out here?
Okay.
You start.
No,
You know, if you start, it gives me ideas.
Okay, so when were you most proud of us? I am most proud of us as a couple right now, actually. Like, I am, alhamdulillah, so grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we've made it to 20 years. And not only have we made it to 20 years, I know lots of people make it 20 years, but we like each other more than we ever have.
Yeah.
We love each other more than we ever have. We laugh together more. We are together a lot, okay? Because obviously I work from home. My husband doesn't work, he's at home. So we spend a lot of time in each other's company, and we, mashallah, please nobody give us another no. We don't argue that much now, really, compared to like years ago. We handle things better. If a dispute does arise, generally we fix it quite quickly.
Whereas years ago I wouldn't have
you
given
would just have been
like pain in the backside.
Literally, and worse, I could have said worse.
Okay, say it.
You don't want me to say that on the internet. But, so I am most proud of us right now, because this is the best we've ever been, mashallah.
I would say when we were going through our troubled times, that's when I was most proud of us, because we fought a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of things that were going on in our lives, and we came out of it. And yes, of course, I'm proud of us now. But back then, that fight that we had has got us to where we are now. So, yeah, back 10 years, I'm very proud of us fighting back through some really tough times.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Can I ask you, why do you still like me after 20 years? Was it that funny?
Who said I like you?
True. This is true.
No, sorry, my bad. No, I really like you. No, I'm more than like you, obviously.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
People. Oof.
Why do I still like you after 20 years? I don't know. There's lots of reasons. I mean, I joke a lot that you're like you're a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I'll say you're a pain in the ass, but I like you. I love you because you. Actually, I got it. Because you understand me.
You're taking
more
my
than
answer
any...
now.
Sorry, you asked me first. You understand me. You get me sometimes before I even get myself. So, like, I might not have put together what bugged me, or I might not even know I'm bugged about something, but like, you get me, and you know how to handle me now. Now, the word now pops up, and I like that. I like you as a person. I like how you are able to fight through your pain and your struggles, and how you don't let it beat you, and how you're optimistic and you're positive and you're strong and you make an effort with yourself. I know there's so many men out there literally make no damn effort with themselves. You make effort with your appearance, with your clothes. You try. Zana?
Well, I can say for what I think of you over the last 20
Why do you
years.
why do you still like me after 20 years then?
Because you're a much stronger person now than you ever was. You wouldn't have gone against people the way you have now. Never in the field of human conflict would you.
What can I say? He has the most random sayings sometimes.
But that's the person I fell in love with. Yeah, you weren't that much of a fighter in the beginning. Now you fight for us tooth and nail. And that's what I love about you. You've come out of that box. You've jumped completely out. There's no way you're going back into it. But you are
Yes,
this.
I've got some
You
sense.
give me. You actually give me the strength. Because at the age of 65, you are giving me the strength to want to carry on.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't fault you for that.
Yeah, I totally 100% agree. I am stronger now than I ever have been. Sort of emotionally stronger, able to know what I want. You know, I'm literally just going to turn 50. I'm in surgical menopause. I've just been through the toughest year of my life. Like I'm not going to let anybody sort of push me around or make judgments on me. Well, they can't stop them making judgments on me, but I know what I want and I live for what I want, and that what I know is what is right. And when you say, yes, I know that is more now, but I definitely had that even back 20 years ago, because obviously I was, you know, a divorcee,
But
Pakistani,
you still wanted to fight for you.
Exactly, I was going to say, for everybody and everything to marry a white man, the man that I wanted to marry. So it was in me then. I just needed to develop that strength a bit more, I think.
And aim it at the right people.
Yeah. Right. Any more? I don't know. I think that's enough for today.
Yeah.
I think that's a long enough
I think
video.
we've taken up more.
Yeah,
enough
I think
time.
but we need to. Inshallah, it's not going to be our last.
Definitely won't be our
Longer.
last.
We do want to, because it's so hard to just cram things into short form content. But yeah, so if you do, and if you have any questions, and I mean reasonable questions that we could answer, so that we don't have to use ChatGPT to try and come up with some questions. And
I don't do that. That's why I stumble a lot, because I don't have the answers. I don't need ChatGPT. It just comes straight
Are
from
you saying
here.
I need chat? Excuse me?
Excuse me, I'm jealous of him.
He's jealous.
She calls him Brian.
Stop giving away my secrets on the internet. Yeah, my friend Brian, my ChatGPT, is very helpful. But he gives me better answers than you do most of the time. Yeah,
See
he
what I
got
got put up?
deeply offended the other day by that. But anyway, if you have any questions that we could use in a future videos, please drop them here. Drop some comments, reasonable comments. Be nice, no hate, please. There's no need for that.
And you know my answers will come from me, not from Brian. Okay?
See you guys later.
See you later.